Hello, it's Jeannie, a certified financial planner and senior 401k advisor with Argy, and I'm on the third part of my social media series, definitely targeted to 401k advisors because that's going to be our experience, but I think other professionals might actually find this information useful too. So hopefully if you're on the third video, you like the first two. We covered what social media has done for our team and if we feel like it really works. In the second video, we did some basics. We definitely focus on LinkedIn. I know we're using the phrase social media, but we have found LinkedIn to be a good use of our time, so we talked about some basics of what we do to actually use it. Now we're going to talk about how we incorporate LinkedIn actually into our marketing and sales process. And obviously the big one is connecting. You have the ability to connect with pretty much anybody on LinkedIn unless they have a limited profile. Occasionally you'll be required to put an email in, but that's really unusual. And when you go to invite somebody to connect with you on LinkedIn, you do actually get the ability to put a note in. Now it's a small note, so you don't have a lot of space. You got to put your best foot forward in that space. But something along the lines of, "Hi, I'm Jeannie. I specialize in 401ks. So-and-so mentioned I should get to know you." Whatever it is, that's going to be your best foot forward. And then you definitely want your ask in that. If they don't connect with you, you won't be able to get your ask. This is your one shot. So go ahead and throw an ask out. "Hey, can we connect for coffee on Thursday?" The other thing, of course, that it's good for is research. So we should all at this point be really good at identifying prospects or clients, or in our case 401ks, that we feel like we can add a lot of value to. Now, particular to the 401k industry, there's a lot of data available online. So you should be able to identify areas for opportunity, and then use LinkedIn to find out who may actually work at that company, and then see members of their team and who they're connected to, right? It's all networking. It's all about who's connected to who. We definitely use LinkedIn for research. If we schedule a meeting with somebody, we want to know what we can about them. Where do they work? How long have they been there? What was their previous employer? We'll take it a step further and look into what the 401k was like at their previous employer, right? That should give you an idea of maybe changes or differences between their old job and their new job, particularly if it's a recent move that they may like or not like. All of this stuff is really, really helpful. Now, here's where people can get weird, okay? You don't want to do so much research that you come off creepy, right? Like you don't want to walk into this potential client's office and just start spilling out all these random things that happen to be on their Facebook profile. No. Keep it inside, right? You know it. Use the information to guide the conversation, but don't just blurt out all of these Sherlock Holmes that you just did on their social media accounts. I also really, really, really like to use LinkedIn when we are looking at associations. So we do quite a bit of marketing through the SHRM Association and HR, CPAs, that kind of thing. LinkedIn's a great way to figure out who the influencers are, right? Who is well connected, who has a strong voice, who maybe is in a leadership position that is organizing the associations and the conferences. Again, those are the exact type of people that you want to connect with. I also use LinkedIn outside of the scope of my position, and I try to add value to my target market, even if it's not 401k related. So we love HR here at Argy. We absolutely love the SHRM organization and all that it's done for us, and we're more than happy to give back to them. And sometimes that's simply sharing job posts, right? I mean, if we have an HR client who's trying to recruit and fill a position, let's share that post, right? Let's comment on this. Or maybe we see a really great article about recruiting talent or about how to work cross-generation. It doesn't all have to be about you. Shocking. It doesn't all have to be about 401k. It's about adding value to your network and into those around you and to those that you actually want to work with. So you have, an event, and you get to meet people, and we're always following that connection process. At the end of the day, hopefully you've had a really good conversation with somebody, right? A meeting, whatever it is. And what you want to do is have a follow-up action item. So let's say I sit down and I talk to somebody about auto-enroll, and they're really thinking about instituting it in their plan, but they're not sure, and they asked my opinion. Well, my follow-up is going to be, I have a really good article, or I have a video actually that I filmed on that, and I'll send it to you later through LinkedIn so that you can take a look at it and get some really great feedback, and then we can continue the conversation. Now, what you've done at this point is you've completed the circle back to your social media account, right? Again, this is where you establish credibility. This is where you're showing yourself as a specialist in a niche market. So I want everything to come back to my social media so you can continue to see this awesome circle that I'm working in, the network that I have, the leadership skills that I possess in my particular industry, because I just want to reiterate that we are the right person to help you with whatever question you may have. So that's a little bit of how we build it into the sales process. This would be the third video in the social media series, and I'm really interested, even if you're not a 401k advisor, if you're just a regular private wealth advisor, or maybe you do insurance sales, let us know. Sound off on my LinkedIn, send me comments, send me emails. I'm, again, an open book with what we do, but I know for a fact there's better ideas out there, and people who are doing things way better. We're not specialists. We just kind of stumbled into it. So would love to hear from everybody. Thank you so much for letting us ramble on, and we will probably be talking to you again soon.